I actually wanted to ask if you can help me with the recording. So let me see, maybe this one will work. So this one will work like this. Okay. About Tokunbo, about you, Tokunbo Adeolu, and your employer, Gaba Chukwuemeka Adelani and Co. This particular heading shows to us now that you are like a training accountant in an accounting firm. The name of that accounting firm is Gaba Chukwuemeka Adelani and Co. And your name is what? Tokunbo Adeolu. You are Tokunbo Adeolu, an accounting graduate writing the professional level of ICAN examination. You are employed as a trainee in the firm of Gaba Chukwuemeka Adelani and Co. Chartered Accountant, reporting directly to Thomas Chukwuemeka, a partner. Ma? Ah, that is, it's supposed not to be breaking, though. Can another person confirm that? So, all right. So let's continue. Please log out and come back. I think my network is actually stable now. Actually monitoring it here. Okay. So, you are reporting directly to Chukwuemeka, a partner in the firm. Your position requires a proactive approach to client service and technical competency in accounting, financial analysis, and business advisory. Key responsibilities. So they are trying to list your responsibilities now. Because of our time, I won't be able to read all this. Please, you yourself go through it. You should have read all this stuff. Your responsibilities, just go through them because of our time. Exhibit 2 now, the cocoa business in Nigeria. So we all know by now that the examination is actually centering on cocoa industry. So the second exhibit is trying to tell you how cocoa industry look like in Nigeria, what has happened in the past, what is happening at present in cocoa industry. Are we all together? All right. Introduction. Nigeria's cocoa industry has witnessed dramatic changes over the decades. Once a leader on the global stage, the sector has faced considerable odds, but it's now showing signs of resurgence. This section explores the historical trajectory, challenges, and recent revival efforts shaping the cocoa business in Nigeria. The golden era 1960 to 1980, dominance and national pride. During the period from 1960 to 1980, Nigeria's cocoa production thrived, placing the country among the world leading cocoa producers comparable with Ghana and Ivory Coast. Several key features characterize this era of prosperity: booming production, government support, marketing board, small holder dominance, research and development. I move to several factors contributed to the sector's success during the period, including the favorable climate. You are seeing the strength now. Assuming, I don't know, maybe they can be asking some kind of thing. Assuming they are asking you now to talk about the strength, the weakness, the opportunity, the threats. Yes, short analysis. You should be taking note of this now. Even if they are asking for pastel model, you should be taking note of this. But I don't think they can still ask for such kind of thing. But if they ask, well, you should be able to say one thing or the other. Several factors contributed to the sector's success during the period, including the favorable climate and soil of the southwest rainforest belt, well-established farming traditions, supportive government policy, and robust global demand for cocoa. This the era of decline. So they have talked about the first era now. Then we move to the era of decline, 1980 to 2000. Challenges and setback. Between 1918 and 2000, Nigeria cocoa industry suffered a marked downturn due to a combination of adverse factors such as oil boom. So they are trying to tell us now some factors that contributed to the decline of cocoa industry or setback of cocoa industry between that particular time. So we have oil booming, we have collapse of marketing board, we have H3 stock. Are we all together? Are we still together? Or do you want me to be explaining this one after the other? Because of time. Because of time. Because of time. So, okay, I'm with you. Yes, they are like a threat now. They are like a threat to cocoa industry. Pest and diseases outbreak. Okay, okay. Eh? Yes. Yeah. So that's just it. That's the reason we are here. We are here to discuss. Sir? What do you say? Okay, okay. Okay. That's good. That's the reason we are here to discuss together, to do the analysis together. So we can move, you can move on and on and on and on. So we have the current state 2000 till present, striving for revival. Recent years have brought a renewed focus on reviving the cocoa sector, recognizing its economic potential. Its variety of initiative such as following has been launched: government initiative, private sector involvement, international collaboration, focus on sustainable practice, value addition. Despite this effort, challenges remain. Farmers and processors still struggle with limited access to finance. Are you seeing this one now? Limited access to finance, poor infrastructure. Huh? That's the weakness, yeah. Inadequate extension, etc. Now, the future of cocoa in Nigeria, prospects and opportunities. Nigeria possess, so this one we have, since they have even put opportunities here, we don't know, say, whatever they will be saying here, we actually be the what? Opportunity. Do you get now? So if peradventure at the end of everything they are talking about SWOT and do analysis, whatever, if they don't specify the business analysis, case study is divided into two. We have financial analysis and we have business analysis. So financial analysis deals with the figure, but the business analysis may comprises figure and that of what? That of numeric of a thing that you are going to write, and then you are going to use your discretion to solve some issues and problems. So conclusion, you can read those on up by yourself. So they have talked about the nature of cocoa industry at the global scale. So they now come to our own country. We are in Nigeria now. Or are you from Nigeria or you are from Cameroon? If you are from Cameroon, well, but as far as this one is concerned, they are talking about Nigeria. So, so you're from Ghana, so that's good. So the cocoa processing industry in Nigeria. Nigeria, once a prominent player in the cocoa market, has experienced significant fluctuation in its cocoa industry over the years. While the nation remains a significant producer of raw cocoa beans, its cocoa processing sector has not developed at the same pace, limiting Nigeria's ability to fully benefit from its abundant cocoa resources. Overview of the Nigeria cocoa industry, historical context. In the 1960s, Nigeria was among the world leading cocoa exporters, with export income from the product making a substantial contribution to the national economy. However, several factors led to the decline of the sector, including the oil boom, aging of cocoa farm, neglect of agricultural policy, and volatility in cocoa prices. Current status. Presently, Nigeria is the fourth largest cocoa producer in Africa, following Ivory Coast, Ghana, and Cameroon. Cocoa production is primarily concentrated in the southwestern states, notably Ondo, Osun, Oyo, Ogun, and Ekiti. Ekiti, the state of one of our brothers here. Yeah. Are we together? Are we all together? Alright, production volume. We have export orientation. Nigeria cocoa processing industry, a detailed assessment, size and capacity. I'm just trying to rush because of our time, because I want us to finish this analysis today so that you can go and start doing your practice. So we have size and capacity, technology and infrastructure. We have product range and quality. We have market distribution, regulatory and policy environment, financing and investment. You see now, this is the reason. This is one of the reasons I was saying that they may not be asking you to do any SWOT analysis again, because inside their precinct they have already helped you to analyze it using SWOT analysis. I think they even use PESTEL as well. So SWOT analysis: strength, weakness, opportunity and threats. Strength: abundant, relative, consistent supply of cocoa beans, favorable climate. So according to Nigeria now, these are their strengths. These are the strengths of cocoa industry in Nigeria. These are the weakness of cocoa industry in Nigeria. These are the opportunities and these are the threats. Challenges facing the Nigeria cocoa processing industry. Despite Nigeria's significant cocoa output, this one you can also read it yourself. Exhibit 4. This is where I want us to pay rapt attention to. Are we all together? So they have talked. They've spoken about the global, the cocoa industry at the global level. They've spoken about cocoa industry at Nigeria level, national level. Now they are now talking about a particular company in Nigeria. Don't forget that you are, what's your name in this examination like this? Ayola or whatever. And you were employed by Gaba. So that is your name. That is the firm you are working for. So this person now will actually be your client. This particular company will actually be your client. So to someone or to the person that actually said this report is an internal report the other time, it's not an internal report, it's an external report, because they what's it called? They approached you to work for them. Your report is going out. It is not within the organization. Though you are in that accounting firm, you are reporting to someone. They gave the work to you to go and do it as an assignment. After which you are going to submit your report to a senior manager, who is going senior managing partner rather, who is going to review what you have written. Either you have written rubbish or you have done a great or you have done a great job. After which they will now do what? They will now send the report out. So this report is actually the what? Is actually an external report. That being said, Sadeco Cocoa Processing Limited, company overview, management structure, challenges and strategic direction. So as we'll be reading, I want you to be paying attention to all those words, all those sentences that make up this particular exhibit. You will be needing them in your analysis. Not only this one, every other exhibit that will be following. Yes, you may not need all the words, but you need some of the words that will be found here to actually excel in your examination. Don't forget that one of the things they consider in grading us or in grading you is that how you actually use the exhibit they have given to support your analysis. So let us proceed. Company overview. Sadeco Cocoa Processing Limited, SCPL, was founded in 2014 in Ondo State. A renowned a region renowned for its significant contribution to Nigeria cocoa output. The company was established with the aim of adding value to Nigeria cocoa industry and positioning itself competitively on the global scale or global stage. To achieve this, SCPL invested in a medium-sized cocoa processing facility with the capability to process around 10,000 metric tons of cocoa beans each year. The company's initial operation focused on the production of cocoa butter, cocoa cake, and cocoa powder, supplying both the domestic and export markets. Before we proceed, I want to say something here. For those of us that we have written taxation, there is a particular chapter dedicated to pioneer status. Are we together? So it is like it's like an incentive that is given to some sector, majorly agricultural sector. Is a tax holiday that is given to them. So those are the things that should be coming to your head now. That what will be their requirements? Can they be asking me to compute a pioneer status? Can they be asking me to tell this company how they are going to actually minimize their tax liability? So if the question is actually, if the requirement is directed or channeled to that particular area, we already know that at least that is one of the ways in which the company can actually reduce their tax liability. For those of us that we have not read or we have not studied pioneer status, or for those of us that we have studied and we have forgotten, we can actually revisit it, just brush through. I think you can apply for the first, is it 5 years or 3 years, after which you can reapply again. I think I'm actually forgetting that stuff these days. So let's continue now. During its formative year, SCPL experienced moderate growth by tapping into rising domestic demand for cocoa products and securing a handful of export contracts. However, over the last 5 years, this is where the problem is coming from now. They have been doing well for the past years, but over the last 5 years, the company has encountered numerous difficulties which have resulted in considerable financial loss. So they give you the board of directors and management team, then current challenges. Are we all together? All right. These are the current challenges facing whom? Facing Sadeco processing. Okay. 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 Thank you for that. Are we all here? Um, Sister Bidemi. All right. Eremoje. Erem. Yes. Are we? I did. Okay. Thank you. So now they said current challenges. Two main challenges are lack of working capital. When I was doing my research, I got to know that this particular lack of working capital is one of the problems that is facing almost all cocoa industries in Nigeria. Most of them, they don't have enough working capital. So I think the same thing is applicable to this SCPL. SCPL is currently grappling with a severe shortage of working capital, which is attributable to several factors. Now, lack of working capital is attributable to several factors, one of which it is delayed payment from customer. So now, something should be coming to your head now, that if you want to do your analysis, maybe you will need to calculate debtors collection period to actually support your analysis. Okay, both domestic and international clients often delay their payment, which places significant strain on the company's cash flow. The next one, high interest rates. Borrowing costs in Nigeria are high, making it challenging for SCPL to secure loan for working capital on reasonable terms. Outdated plans. The processing plant is obsolete and frequently break down. These are the problems now, resulting in inefficiency and lower product quality. This has also affected the acceptability of SCPL products in international market. Are you seeing the problem now? So, if I can wish, they can bring investment appraiser asking you to use NPV, IRR, payback period to actually do what? To do your analysis. If they wish, it is their wish. So, because we have already been told here that they are making use of outdated plants, and it is affecting the acceptability of their product in the what? In the international market. Are we all following?
Yes.
We have inefficient inventory management. Excessive inventory level have tied up capital that will be used more productively elsewhere. Poor financial planning. Inadequate financial planning and budgeting have exacerbated cash flow issues and led to excessive borrowing. Exacerbated means just means to increase something that's increased cash flow issues and led to excessive borrowing. That means this is another area you need to pay attention to. Issues and led to excessive borrowing. There is possibility that this particular company is highly geared. Are we together? So there will be a need for you to go and calculate gearing ratio, debt to equity ratio, to actually confirm if this company is highly geared or lowly geared or whatever. And what is the basis we use when you calculate your debt to equity ratio? If the debt to equity ratio is actually 50%, it means that the company is being financed by both equity and debt. Equity is 50%, debt is 50%. But if the debt to equity ratio actually gives you 70%, that means there is much debt. There is 70% of debt in their capital structure. All right. Having said that, we have two. Don't forget, they were talking about current challenges, and they said there were two major challenges. The first one was lack of working capital, and the second one is international rejection of product. International rejection of product. So that their product is being rejected internationally. Don't forget that they actually said something as touching international rejection of product under the first one as well, when they said that they were using outdated plants, and it has resulted in rejection of products. So what is causing the rejection of their products? Let us examine that also. Yes, I'm coming. Let me flip to where I wrote some things here. All right. Okay, I've said that. So the company is also contending with rejection of its product in international markets, primarily due to first one, poor quality control. Inconsistent quality control has led to contamination and failure to comply with international standards, such as the European Union's regulation on pesticide residue. Now, when you are writing your report, I can take note of many things. One of the things they take note of is your professional skepticism. They take note of ethical issues. As a matter of all these things must be included in your report if you are going to excel in ICAN Case Study Examination. They take note of ethical consideration or ethical issues, professional skepticism. Now, looking at this now, poor quality control. That is one of the issues. That means they have not been, maybe they are using excessive pesticide. on their cocoa product. And that's one of the reasons why the cocoa product is being rejected internationally. Also, we have lack of certification. The absence of certification like UTZ, Rainforest Alliance, or fair trade has restricted access to premium markets. Are we together?
Yes.
Are we now seeing the reason why they are having excessive inventory in their stock? Because we were told, if you are following me, you were told before now that the inventory, the proceed on inventory they should have used or invested in the product. They haven't been able to do that. They have multiple inventory in their in their stock, in their store rather. So that's another issue, lack of certification. We have inadequate packaging. The packaging currently used by SCPL is not robust. It is not robust enough for long distance shipping and does not sufficiently protect the product. Lack of market research. Insufficient research has resulted in a poor understanding of customer preference and quality expectation abroad. All these issues, we are going to make use of them in our report. These are ethical issues. We are going to make use of them. How to now apply them, where to bring them in, is not what you should know, and use your discretion in doing that. As they used to say, they normally say that ICAN Case Study Examination does not have right or wrong answer. Once you are able to prove your point, you will get your mark. Once you are able to prove whatever thing you are writing down. So we should know how to structure our report to actually contain all these issues. The repercussion of this include loss of export market due to repeated product rejection, damage to the brand reputation arising from negative publicity about product quality, increased cost associated with the store handling and disposal of rejected product, strategic decision. So are we together now? Are we together?
Yes.
Strategic direction. So me now, I'm thinking, it's my own thinking, that they are unseen will be coming from this angle. From one of the angle we are going to consider now. The unseen will be coming from there. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm feeling. To address these challenges and restore profitability, SCPL board has adopted a comprehensive strategy focused on resolving financial constraints, enhancing product quality, and expanding market reach. The key components of this strategy are: 1. Financial restructuring and working capital investment. I'm suspecting this guy. Financial restructuring and working capital investment. Engage with creditors to restructure existing debt. Now there is what in PSAF they call something debt restructuring. There is debt forgiveness.
Yes.
So this company wants to meet with their creditor to restructure the existing debt, which may involve extending the payment period or negotiating lower interest rates. Seek equity investment for private equity firm, venture capitalist, or strategic partner to inject net working capital into the business. Adopt a just-in-time inventory management system to minimize capital tied up in inventory. Develop a detailed financial plan and budget with a strong focus on cash flow, forecasting and cost control. Investigate and apply for government grants and incentives. Now, investigate and apply for government grants and incentives. What are the incentives they can apply for? Is it not a partner status? That's the inventory that is available for agricultural sector. So you should try to have the understanding of all these key points, so that wherever they are unseen will be coming from, you'll be able to tackle it. You'll be able to at least pen something down. Okay, we have quality improvement and certification. Don't forget, they are making a strategic decision. And one of the strategic decisions they want to make is financial restructuring and working capital management. Then they want to what? They want to increase the quality improvement and certification. Before we were told that they don't have some certifications that can actually make their product to be accepted internationally. So they want to make a bold step of getting this certification. Implementation of robust quality management system (QMS), incorporating stringent quality control procedures throughout the production system process, from raw material sourcing to packaging and storage. Consideration should be given to implementing ISO 22000 food safety management system. At least after now, me have checked it. After now, you also can go and Google search it. What does ISO 220 comprise? Just to have the little knowledge about it. In case they are bringing something from there, be able to tackle it. Invest in up-to-date quality control equipment to ensure compliance with international standard regarding pesticide residuals, heavy metals, and other contaminants. Now, I was saying something the other time about pioneer status. That's one of the incentives they can apply for. But not only that, there is also capital allowance. If they invest in some qualifying capital expenditure, they can be given capital allowance. So this direct question, we are anticipating what the unseen will be, or what the unseen will look like. But I'm just giving you a glimpse so that you can at least know what to do, what you should be expecting. All right. Provide comprehensive training to staff involved in production on quality control best practice. Obtain relevant certifications such as QTZ, Rainforest Alliance, and Fair Trade to gain access to premium markets and demonstrate commitment to sustainable practice. Launch a supplier development program to work with cocoa farmers, offering training and improved agricultural input to enhance the quality of cocoa beans and reduce contamination risk. Upgrade packaging by investing in high quality material that protect the product during shipping and meet international requirements. Then we have backward integration. This is another strategic decision they want to take. But meanwhile, they are going to take one out of all these strategic decisions. So the unseen may be one of these strategic decisions you want to make. They may ask you to evaluate the best strategic decision they can actually do what they can actually go for. So it's now left to you to actually know how to maneuver your way. Backward integration, considering acquiring lease. So when I was doing my research, I was just thinking, what of if they bring question and they are now asking you to calculate to apply, is it IAS, what is this now? Is it not IAS 19? Are you with me? Are we together? So I was just thinking that what of if they bring IAS 19? Is it IAS 19? I can't remember. I shall know that lease. If they bring it and they're asking you to calculate, I've forgotten all those stuff we calculate in lease. Actually, I've forgotten them. If it is finance lease, or if it is operating lease. And if it is operating lease, there is something we normally calculate. There are two things we normally calculate like that. Oh God, it is well. So I was just thinking. So they are considering acquiring or lease cocoa farm to ensure a stable supply of high quality cocoa beans and lessen dependency on external suppliers. This approach will require substantial capital investment and management expertise. Form partnership with cocoa farmer through cooperative or outgrowing scheme, providing them with training, input, and financial support in exchange for a consistent supply of quality beans at competitive price. So we have strategic alliance. SCPL intend to pursue strategic alliance with Global Chocolate. Now, this is another area that their unseen may actually be coming from. They want to form a strategic alliance with what? With chocolate and cocoa based consumer goods manufacturer. So they may not even use the XCPL statement of account they have given to you. They may bring another kind of or statement of financial position, asking you to analyze it. And that's one of the reasons why you must not be rigid. I can remember when I wrote my own case study. Yes, we did one paid class tutorial center like that, tutorial rather, and then they tried their own possible best. But some people, they don't understand that those who they are only trying their possible best, they don't know what ICAN may set, and most of them just cram what they taught us. Unfortunately, when they get to the exam hall, ICAN just they just jet not that they jettison it completely, but they brought an entire, like, a new financial statement for us to analyze, which is all which we can still relate with. But because many people, they have actually crammed something else, so many people, they were actually frustrated. Some of them fail while some of them pass. So don't be rigid, they can come from any angle. XCPL contribution: access to raw cocoa supply chain within Nigeria, existing processing facility and workforce, and establish local market knowledge and government relationship. The anticipated benefit of XCPL include value addition by moving up the value chain to produce branded chocolate products. So they may say that, before they were producing cocoa beans, cocoa this, cocoa that. They may say that they want to be producing cocoa chocolate now. That you should now do analysis. Maybe they should include that cocoa chocolate in their product. Maybe it's going to be profitable for them to actually start producing cocoa chocolate. So you should just be thinking, like, think wide on how they can actually structure their question. All right. For the international partner, the advantage. So they have given us the advantage. If they actually form the alliance, a strategic alliance, the advantage. And then for the international partner, the advantage encompasses a secure supply of Nigeria cocoa beans, production cost saving by processing near the source, access to expanding West Africa chocolate market, and an opportunity to enhance sustainability, branding by supporting local cocoa processing. So they now give us the risk, policy inconsistency in Nigeria. Impact: what will be the impact of this risk? Will affect incentives and export grants. How can they mitigate it? So they have listed that for us. So they now gave us what? They gave us Exhibit 5. You can see now that they have not given us the exhibit that comprises the requirement. Are we together? So you should be expecting the exhibit that will contain the requirement in your unseen, either the exhibit 6 or the exhibit 7. So once they give you the requirement, that's one of these I was saying that you should have gone through all this written stuff by now. As a matter of fact, you should have gone through it like close to 3 or 4 or 5 times. You should have gotten, like, have the in-depth knowledge of this thing, so that as you are entering the exam and they are giving you the question paper, you will not be reading this again. You will just go to your unseen straight. And as you are going to your unseen, the major focus is that you want to get the requirement. Once you get the requirement, you can now read. They are going to give you 1 hour now, 1 hour to read. Meanwhile, that 1 hour will not be enough. I can tell you, it will not be enough. But once you have the understanding of what the preceding is saying, you can quickly link it to your unseen. So for those of you that you have not gone through it, I'm persuading you that you should go through it. Go through it before you actually go to the exam. You may be thinking it's what is it, what is it, what is it? But there is something there that you need to understand. Even myself, the more I read it, the more I understand it, the more. All right. So they gave us the Exhibit 5, Sadeco Cocoa Processing Limited financial statement summary, statement of financial position. This is the statement of financial position for 2022, for 2019 and 2022. So, and if I can want to give you bonus, they can just add some years to this. In ratio analysis, we have a particular one that you compare with industrial average. I've forgotten the name. There's a particular one that you compare it with another company. You compare one company with another company. Another one that you compare the years. You compare the difference between the years. Like you calculate the ratio for 2022, calculate for 2023, calculate for 2024, calculate for 2025, calculate for 2026. You now be comparing it together. Are we on the same page? So please note this so that you can know what to do. What they have given to us now, they gave us 2 years. They can bring their unseen and they will add maybe 2 or 3 years to it, asking you to do the analysis. In that case, you are going to be comparing 1 year to another year, to another year, to another year. And if they wish, they can bring an industrial average, asking you to compare whatever you have calculated with industrial average to make your decision. And if they wish, they can bring another company's financial statement, asking you to compare what you can see there, their own ratio with this particular company's ratio, and try to do your analysis. So whichever area they will be coming from, be ready for them. So they gave us this. I told us that we should go and analyze this. So if you have not analyzed it, well, you need to. Okay, I think this meeting is about to. Oh God. Okay. Okay.